really get to see it come out. Now it's looking very tough for a Harith. Yet again, just because of the additional layer of threat in terms of the ganks, like the Hayabusa being there, you want to use that momentary stun on who now? Like, is it the Hayabusa? Is it the Esmeralda?
Which is why I think we need catch. I don't think they can go for an assassin in the jungle. There you go. Baxia comes through. It's a lot safer. It needs. I mean, because of the nerfs towards the Baxia, rather. Sorry, the rotations aren't going to be as easy and as simple as it would be for like a typical assassin. But I guess we do find out the value of the Valentina. Faramis, Hylos, and Baxia. What do you think about the wave clear?
Wave clear, if it comes down to hopefully not where they have to deal with a lot of waves, could potentially somehow get away with it, but it's not ideal. Things aren't looking ideal for GEEKAY Esports. How long has it been since we last saw a Faramis into a Valentina and them just really voluntarily doing this to themselves, right? It feels like they've just added so much more layers to how we are expecting a much more passive gameplay from GEEKAY rather than what they should be playing if they really want to take control of the game, because they're being limited in terms of their matchups already.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that GELTEK last pick a Belleric.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a cherry on top, right? There's the composition entirely for GEEKAY is they need to dive in. They need to go in to these team fights. The Belleric is just the cherry on top, going to be able to really deny all those initiates, I would say, in these particular team fights. I think, once again, this could be a 2-0.
It could very well be a 2-0. However, can we see GEEKAY Esports fight back? Let's find out. Atheno, Marco, take it away.
That's a good question. Reflections. We're going to jump into the land of Dawn here to answer that question exactly. What do you think, Athena? Is it a 2-0 or do you think GEEKAY can do it? 1-1.
To be honest, in this composition, I think it's a 2-0, especially onto the hands of KOA's Hayabusa.
Dang.
Remember, it's one of her specialty. But let's see, maybe the willpower of GEEKAY will be enough to kindly stretch this match onto game number 3.
Yeah, the only question I have is just like, is the box just still good is the question right now, right? We've been seeing it a lot so far.
Yep.
I think we've seen it like 2 times, right? One time it won, the other time it didn't. And KOA's just been having a blast on these assassins. Another signature pick here today. Lethal Ignition is the choice for Yui though, so not really just a full utility type of Faramis. It's all in for damage on top of it.
Speaking of damage as well with the Faramis, it just gives more value onto Sonjika's Valentina. Athena has mentioned this, and give GELTEK a really nice advantage too. But let's see. But now, we appreciate the effort of Liubon just spawning out here with the started dances as well. But A5U would have immediate first blood. Surprisingly, is GEEKAY Esports getting head-to-head this early onto GELTEK.
It's a really good start for the game to Hylos, I guess, because it is Asu who actually gets the first kill of the game. It would have been great if it was someone else. This is the thing about the Harith though, and the Fury is really going to struggle this game. Last time she was put onto a winning matchup. This time, it's not so much a winning matchup level 1 to 3. Tokyo is going to have a blast in that lane, and on top of it,
Definitely.
with the winning matchup and the Hayabusa, with a Valentina all around, it's going to get even tougher. On top of that, later in the team fights, Liubon's on Esmeralda just soaking in those shields.
She is going to have the time of her life with a Paquito and a Heart. Imagine all the team fights there on. And we see the true value as well of what GELTEK has done here onto their composition. And right on cue, Turtle half respawn. There's Alecta, but I don't think their damage will be enough. Might be more on the clutch play here for Alyssa. She needs to keep KOA at bay, and that is exactly her plan. Lirbon goes in. Let's see. Kuejo, on the other hand, forced out of her revitalized Tokyo with a free hit onto Alyssa. Now they get rolling in with Tokyo Blazing Duet. Yui falling down immediately. GELTEK goes in with a kill, plus a turtle as well. That's 2 birds with 1 stone immediately for GELTEK. And Asu as well might fall down. Then Sojiki onto the front with the basic attacks, plus the sticker as well is enough to taunt them down. Non-stop MLBB action from minute 2. And GELTEK had the most out of it.
What?
And part 2 yet again. Alyssa onto the tower, but still enough for now. That's GELTEK yet again going in. Just when you thought it's over, it's not yet finished.
My goodness. Started off really good for GK, but what happened after that? They were looking for a brawl. Unfortunately, as you mentioned, Athena, it's the backfire of picking a Faramis into a Valentina. Sanjike was already level 4. Yui, not quite at that level, did not have the Netherrealm to play with. So at the end of the day, it was GELTEK who got all the advantages that GK should have had coming into neutral objective 1. It's a sustain, it's just battling it out, and also a whiff on the flicker for Alyssa that gave way for the rest of the team to collapse on her. Now it's Asu Khan, the Wrath of the Dryad.
And Asu can do nothing. Even with the Glorious Pathway, that's what? Almost 1/4 HP left for her. And for GELTEK as well, we've mentioned that this is going to be a total massacre. Starting it off with the Esmeralda being prioed, and GK with a prio pick of the Valentina as well. We see GK kind of struggling. They do have somewhat of a game plan here. Just let Neferia and Alyssa snowball, but that isn't happening because most likely for GELTEK, that's the next course of action. Target and shut down Neferia as early as possible, and all they have to do is just wait for them to actually take the bait. And Tokyo, right now, might have a hard time, but all she needs to do is just clear off the wave, not really putting herself onto the line, and Sanjika onto the back. Now we see some kind of a sandwich method. Asu forced out of her Glorious Pathway.
Electa?
And Electa will be saved by the nether here by Yui. But now they're left defenseless. GCT right now has the chance to totally tone her down. Even the Diamond Force, Neferia is forced to back away. Sonjika with a dash out. The Flicker has already been exhausted as well just to try and run away. Alyssa will catch Kiyowe onto the side, and Neferia did a great job as well, putting down core damage dealers here from GELTEK.
Overextension, a mistake by GELTEK, instant punish by GK. As they're looking to play it around again. This time Yui has a Netherrealm, right? That was the big difference from the first turtle, and you could see how much of a difference it actually played in that skirmish. GK was able to just prolong those team fights, play around Neferia and peel for her while all the frontliners took the damage. Alyssa, great flank, caught Kiyowe off guard as well, rotated quicker as she cleared in bot. Now for GELTEK, I think you can actually add a bit of a question mark there. Coach Osprey, very detailed when it comes to just win conditions and playing around those objectives. GELTEK could have just taken the free turtle for a dive on the weak side, but they instead tried to go for a fight. They wanted to save Tokyo up top, and it costed them a lot.
And that is why you have to stick to the plan. Be disciplined as well here for GELTEK. That is too much time wasted actually onto chasing down members of GK. That's why they were able to maximize their sustain lineup. The free hits here for Neferia. And now Kiyowe still will secure the turtle. Plus now they slowly disengage. Neferia with his Diamond Force not able to really put a dent onto Leobon's shield as well. It's all about surviving first for GK. Plus I like what Alyssa is doing. Just pushing off the waves here against GCT. Forcing up to their top.
She's been doing what Keto hasn't been able to do in day 1 of MWI so far. Splitting the team up. Leobon!
Whoa! Okay, that's a forced copy. Another here for Sonjike. Kuwejo on the tight spot. Neferia will get you with a Diamond Force. Clutch Netherrealm, but Tokyo still gets in with a blazing duet. Now Alyssa goes in with his punches. But now for GCT, they slowly retreat back. But Sonjike is still alive with Kiyowe dashing in through the members of GK. But that is 2 members immediately down here for GELTEK. Sonjike with a clutch of Flicker just to escape on that impending danger from GK Esports. Now they target the mid lane turret. GELTEK caught off guard there onto the jump from GK.
It's all about waiting for the Netherrealm and then the Zaman Force, right? Because as long as the Furia plays around as Zaman Force, as long as they have the Netherrealm, they're completely fine taking these fights head-on against GELTEK. Again, Turtle 1, it was just GK not able to fully utilize her composition because it was a Yui that was still level 3 without the Netherrealm. After that, it's been smooth sailing every time they go for the 5v5, but now Alyssa gets caught in a 2v1.
Even the Triad of Dryad was committed onto her solely, and Alyssa will be able to dash away constantly. Tokyo running for his life, and Alyssa will do it. He won't go back down. He he won't die onto the hands of GCT.
1 HP gets away from a 2v1, but unfortunately it's still a loss at the end of the day. A tier 2 taken and nothing traded across the map. Tokyo gets it, just a bit delayed there. Alyssa wants to go for the chase. Needs to respect. Kuejo is waiting just around the bush, around the corner. Now with Sanjika baiting out the Zaman Force.
Okay.
Small window opens up and they're going to utilize this window. Straight they go into the Lord. 8 minutes in. This is the first Lord of the game. Kyowe's already on it.
Okay, it's all about placing yourselves earlier on the vicinity of the Lord. Tokyo, focus fire onto the Lord.
Rather try it.
Okay, now they change targets. Right connecting. Electa with Yui as well with the Nether Realm. They're safe, but surprise onto Sanjike.
Tokyo.
Now they have to back away. Neferia going on the shutdown kill. And they go in. Kyowe as well will get the immediate takedown, but Alyssa goes in with a trade. Oh, that's a very nice falling star here for Liubon. Yui trying to run away. It's going to be the Ghostbusters here. Asu for the save, but it's Liubon onto 2 members. I think this might be it. That is going to be a kill here onto Liubon. Meanwhile, onto the mid lane, it's Electa slowly retreating back. It might have been messy, but I think GCT still got the most out of it.
GK's box was scattered by GELTEK. They had so many angles to attack from Tokyo. Great discipline this time around, really learning from the mistakes of the last few skirmishes that didn't go their way. It's all about waiting for the Netherrealm and the Zaman Force, forcing them into these really weird situations where they just can't utilize their resources together. Once they're scattered, it was just GCT pulling off the Blazing Duet, getting those damage. Oh, the poke over on Yui.
Too much. Either way, for GELTEK, all they need to do is just wait for either the Zaman Force or Nether, as you mentioned. And all they have to do is just wait for the perfect timing, wait for the perfect person to show up on the mat. Wrath of Dryad here for Kuejo. Even the Revitalize has been activated. Netherlands clutch here for Sonjike. The suppress is enough here for Electa as well. And they go in, Neferia with a free hits with the Zaman Force, but the jump from Leo will stop them on their tracks. Tokyo with a Blazing Duet chase down onto Neferia Electa. And this will hit right onto their heads. Sonjike with a dashes as well onto the side lane. Alyssa now the ball is on their court. Will they go for the kill? Yup, but the BMI is there. Tokyo won't fall down. Sonjike with a kill. Neferia goes in with a trade. That's too much of a mess. But Kyowe, out of all that has happened, will focus on to getting that Lord.
Oh, GK, I see what they were trying to do there. They were trying to just go in straight up, brute forcing their way into a 5v5, but they get caught in Kuejo's Wrath of the Dryad. The Revitalize gives her just enough time for the rest of the team to follow up. Great Netherrealm to again delay the death of the frontliner, and all that time was used with the Zaman Force on. A window open right as it was gone, right as it went on cooldown, and GELTEK saw the vision, went in and punished GK out of that team fight. A few desperate moves here and there as they try to recoup. Alyssa went for the flicker, trying to go in for the kill here, but Tokyo gets out just in time with the BMI. Great read as well by Songjika, is able to provide enough heal. You can see the built-up frustration from GK. It looked so good up until it just all fell right in front of them.
And that's the thing. For GELTEK, it's all about the mechanics as well and how well they will survive the incoming attacks here for GK. Lord onto the top lane.
They don't have the best of clear.
They've already managed to order their way down. And Kyowe with a shadow kill. Almost half an HP left here for Neferia. That shield will be enough. Tokyo, immediate takedown. Kuejo with a Wrath of Dryad. It might not be enough. And now they slowly make and crawl their way back onto GCT. It's 3 members down. Liubon, okay, with the Cyclone Eye. Neferia with a chase down. Zaman Force as well. Shield is enough. She's just brute forcing her way out of this with a flicker as well. That's 5 women chasing her down. Still surviving, but for GK, all that matters is that they could push back onto the turrets of GCT.
That's true. They just got to make sure they don't stay here too long. That wave up top is looking juicy, and they call it off. It's a wave up top, gonna build up, and that's why GELTEK want to stop these recalls. They want to have those minions be a threat all the way while regaining control of the map. GK, this is very scary to play with a whole wave crashing down again. They're gonna be they're forced to walk back to base all the way to the top wave. And it's GELTEK who wanna capitalize on this. Purple buff still secured by GK, so not much was taken away by GELTEK, but still, despite all that, despite a big win, 3-0 in that defense, they're only able to get a tier 1 in the mid lane, and now it's GELTEK back with the map control.
Yep.
Tokyo, though, way too aggressive. I know she was trying to get that turret down, but you have to respect the damage of GK. It's just deja vu to game number 1, where Neferia started to get those items rolling on the Leslie. This time it's on the Harith. Damage dealt ranking, Neferia is very close to the rest of the team. Tokyo, Sanjika, obviously still top 2. Kyoe is just doing assassin job, right? It's all about cleaning up.
Tokyo, you might have the damage, but remember, for GK Esports, they slowly crawling their way out. So they still have enough of skills to totally sort out on who to target. And now for GCT, we've mentioned, even if they lost on that specific takedown onto the turret, and G was able to take down a turret onto the mid lane, the good thing is that they still had the lead. And now, they're forcing their way again with Coelho's Rather Dryad. Electo right now, half an HP left. Crucial save here for US Netherrealm, but that's it. GCT will stake still the risk here. They know there's no more plan B for GK Esports, but Neferia goes in with a plan A, which is to totally annihilate members here for GELTEK. Now they slowly back away. That's a 1-for-1. Electa isn't having any of it. Coelho might fall down. Alyssa targeting Tokyo with a blazing duet. And she will be doing it. What a save, what a kill here. But no, Sanjika is still alive and kicking.
Neferia.
Now Neferia is left alone here onto the mid lane. Will she risk it? I think that's enough of a gameplay yet here for GK Esports. They need to relax.
They really do. I mean, at this point, they need to start brawling more and more. Live from Paris, by the way. Got a few stars in the building here watching. Shout outs to them. Very entertained already. GELTEK, back to the point, it really comes down to how they utilize the Spar lane up top. They have the slow push constantly going in. They do not need to go for the fights. It's on GK to force a fight away from them. So for GELTEK, it's all about playing the slow game. Yes, Alyssa's on the Paquito. She can go up top to handle the wave, but having that man advantage, hold on, GELTEK. They're looking for the sneak. The Harrods up top, the expanding rivers.
Okay.
Gives them a bit of a boost, but Kyoe just... Oh, Electa!
Okay, that's crazy. Electa just again with a drive through. Retry still. Coelho with another dive. Now GELTEK is forced to tore them down. Making the most out of it. Tokyo with the blades into it. Hitting on the right marks here for GK Esports. Neferia and Nasu has to find a way to actually defend for their base. Liuban goes in with a falling Starman. They're just buying enough time for their minion wave to slowly crawl their way onto the base of GK Esports. And this might be it. Neferia, this is the final clash of the day, or might be, because now Liuban slowly takes down the members of GK. That's a total wipeout. And GELTEK yet again comes up on top. They're just waiting for the next wave of minion to actually help them finish off this round. But there is a few seconds left for GK Esports to totally reset and defend and not let GCT finish off this round onto a 2-0.
A hero play by Electa that saves the game. GELTEK wanted to end. If they got a Lord, I think they would have still been able to go for that team fight with the Lord, getting all the base turrets. So at the end of the day, I think GK, that steal ended up still saving the game for them.
Okay.
Oh, they still want to just go for it. They think they're strong enough. The Furious back up though.
Okay, it's all about asserting your dominance here for GELTEK. You've already committed the falling stars for the next few seconds. GK Esports
Taunted.
actually has the chance to somehow just come down onto the map, clear off the last bit of minion wave that GELTEK has managed to sort their way through. And with that, 16 minutes into the game, still it's not yet the end here for GK Esports.
Nope. It is in the end. They still have a shot. It's 3 base turrets down, which makes it incredibly difficult to come back. But I think these girls have shown how tenacious they can be. What a steal by Electa. No one checked the bush. No one Kumar'd. You sometimes need to Kumar, you know? He's got to check the bush.
And with the backsha.
Yeah, oh, that's true. But okay, that's true. The box is the one waiting in the bush, though, this time. It's not the one checking the bush.
Okay. But for GE Esports, that is somewhat of a breakthrough, actually. It was quite refreshing to see Electa go in with a big highlight play, the most crucial highlight play against GELTEK Esports. If they didn't get that Lord, that might have been the end of it. But now for GELTEK Esports, now they check each and every bush. That's a very expensive lesson to learn, and Liubon as well has to be really careful onto committing the falling star, even though it's kind of a low cooldown, but still a few seconds may be what GK Esports needs to actually come back from this deficit.
Yeah, they had a shot earlier. They tried to send the Harith up top instead of the Paquito. I feel like this is a mistake that we're seeing again. GK's got to send Alyssa up top to deal with the wave. This is an evolved Lord.
Yep.
If GELTEK learn from their mistakes, if they go and send some of those members into bushes, which they have done, Kuwait just holding the angle. Liuban as well. There's no way for Electa to get a free steal again, and she's caught all alone. Isolated down below.
Oh, even committing random ride onto Electa alone. Okay, there's going to be the glorious pathway here, copied as well. And the regional one, there's going to be an intersection created here. Tokyo with a blazing duet. Neferia going low, even with the Salmon Force. What can they do? There's going to be the shadow kill as well. Layered properly here for GELTEK Esports. GK with a free, it's unstoppable kill. Kill way onto the front. Electa will fall down. Liubon is massacring everyone on the path here for GK Esports. Yui trying to run for her life, but it's GELTEK yet again with a minion wave helping them. They want to actually end this game, and they just did. That's a 2-0 yet again for our second match.
GG, well played. GELTEK Cyber Team and their in-game adaptations, just learning from every single mistake and coming back from it. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It didn't happen twice. It happened once. Electa held a bush. No one was holding it. Second time around, they had both frontliners holding these crucial bushes, not giving Electa a single opening to make it to the Lord Pit, to get a possible 50-50 trade. And it was just well.